Okay, so picture this. I'm sitting in the back of a beat-up Jeep, clutching a water bottle like it's the last one on Earth, bouncing around on some unpaved road in the middle of literally nowhere. There's no cell service, no signal, no one around for miles. And my foot is swollen to the size of a small pineapple. Yeah, that was the moment it hit me. I might actually be in trouble. Let me back up for a second. A few months ago, I finally pulled the trigger on this bucket list trek through the Simien Mountains in Ethiopia. Epic views, dramatic cliffs, baboons just casually sitting next to you. It was unreal. Everything was going great. Until day 4. We were deep in the highlands, a good 2 days from any real village or hospital. And I twisted my ankle coming down a loose section of trail. At first, I thought it was no big deal. Just a sprain, right? I've had sprains before. But by that night, I couldn't walk. My foot was throbbing. The skin around my ankle started turning this weird shade of purplish blue, and I swear I felt it pulsing. It was like my foot had its own heartbeat. And then I got a fever. That was when panic really started to set in. Like, what happens if this turns into an infection? How the hell am I gonna get out of here? I had this little wave of fear rise up in my chest. And not the fun kind, like when you're about to skydive. The real kind. The holy crap, I don't have control anymore kind. Anyway, our local guide radioed someone through this old satellite phone he carried. I didn't even realize it at the time, but the guide had asked me before the trek if I had travel insurance. And thank God I said yes. I'd randomly signed up for this thing called Aura's Insure a few days before leaving, just 'cause a friend told me to always get coverage if you're going somewhere remote. At the time, it felt like one of those boring grown-up things you do just to be safe. But man, that one decision changed everything, because within hours of the call, someone on the other end had mobilized an evac team. Not even exaggerating, the next morning, I was airlifted out by this tiny helicopter that looked straight out of an action movie. They flew me to a hospital in Addis Ababa, got me on 4 antibiotics, and treated the infection that had in fact started to creep up my leg. Turns out, I had a torn ligament and a pretty gnarly bacterial thing going on from a small cut I didn't even notice at first. It could have gotten way worse. And here's the part that really stuck with me the entire thing, from the chopper to the hospital, the meds, the weird paperwork, even the translator they sent to help me through the medical stuff, covered. Not a single argument. Not a dime out of pocket. Like, imagine trying to sort all that out while feverish and in pain in a foreign country. I honestly can't. I was lying in that hospital bed thinking, what if I hadn't clicked that stupid link and signed up for the policy? It wasn't even expensive. Like the cost of a decent meal out. And it saved me in every way that matters. So yeah, I guess that's my big travel tip. You never think you'll need emergency evacuation insurance until you're lying on a dusty floor somewhere, staring at your foot, wondering if you'll be able to walk again. If you're going off the grid, even just a little, have a plan. Get something that actually covers evacuations and weird medical stuff abroad, not just lost baggage or delayed flights. I use Aura's Insure Now for every trip. It's quick, it's not fussy, and it's got my back. I don't even think about it anymore. I just set it up and go. If you're curious, you can find it on Google, or I'll drop the link in the description. No pressure. But seriously, don't be me on the floor with a pineapple foot. Be future you, looking back and thinking, damn, I'm glad I was smart about this.